Because it's Thriller. Thriller. Oh my gosh. I should never sing ever again.
Is that your karaoke song?
It is actually. It was one of mine. But yeah, man, Thriller is it's that Thriller season. We had Thriller season right now. I mean, I guess Thriller Day, because technically speaking, it is Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what's going on, people? As always, this is Switch and Flow podcast. It's your boy P Plus. We got Mr. Thriller over here, BY.
Howdy.
Oh, that was bad. You still went with the howdy, eh?
Yeah.
And we got the scariest man on the planet,
Bobby Portis?
Lee.
What's going on, y'all?
And Jay is out trick-or-treating. He's getting us the candy. So shout outs to Jay. I'm expecting full candy bars. None of that mini stuff.
Bars.
Yeah. You better go to the houses, get the full candy bars, and we're going to enjoy that. But yeah, shout outs to Jay as always. All right, guys, it's a Halloween. It's actually Halloween day. We're recording this on Halloween.
Spooky.
Spooky. And yeah, I guess we're gonna get to some Halloween things, but I know every year it's always interesting because I mean, none of us do trick or treating anymore, but you BY, you got a son, so
Yep.
Is he
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, he's gonna be trick or treating this year.
For sure.
Is he gonna wear a mask? Just out of curiosity, is he?
No. He's gonna be
I don't know.
We
I'm just
might put on,
wondering,
like,
but
I mean, it's outdoors, so
okay,
like,
yeah, that's
it's
true.
not like yeah. I don't know if you're asking if he's going to put on a Halloween mask or like a medical mask.
Yeah, medical mask.
It's outdoors, so it's not so bad.
Okay, yeah.
Just bring out sanitizer.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Lots
Or
of
make sure he doesn't
sanitizer.
like touch his mouth, because the thing is, we're going to go to a bunch of houses, so it just sanitizes his hands every single time.
Oh yeah,
is ridiculous.
because he's gonna cut your candy, put it in the bag, and
Yeah.
maybe he might touch his mouth. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess putting on the mask will help with that.
Mm.
From him, just prevent. It's not for the saliva to saliva prevention, but it's more of preventing him from touching his face.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky.
So-
that's a tough one. But okay, all right. Are you guys gonna like? Does he eat the candy or
No,
no? Okay, so
he's gonna have a few of the candy.
okay.
It's portion control.
All right, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's always tricky with little kids because they get it and you don't want them to eat all of that stuff. So
No, it's
All
gonna
right.
be
what's he dressing up as?
police officer.
Somehow I don't think that's a good costume, but
Yeah, I get it. But he has an obsession with the police. Men in
okay.
uniforms.
oh, okay.
Right?
Men in uniforms. Ooh la la.
Okay, then. He's a 4-year-old boy, man.
Yeah, okay. It's scary. I know it's scary, man. But it starts off small sometimes, man. You never know. But anyways, but yeah, Lee, you go trick or treating?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with my my nephews.
I was joking around there, but I didn't think
sorry?
you'd actually say that. But yeah, go on.
What is it?
No, I said I was joking around there, but you actually are going.
Oh, and
Yo,
then
free
yeah,
candy, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, my neighborhood, man, like it's dwindling in terms of not dwindling, but like it's just the neighborhood's getting old and there's not a lot of new families moving in. So, like in the past couple of years, we just turned off our lights.
Oh man, you're one of
and
those
even
houses?
my sister's neighborhood, we don't even trick or treat around there. We'll go to other neighborhoods where there's more stuff going on, more activity, and but yeah, it's gonna be interesting, right? Considering the first time in 2 years that we're gonna get this trick or treating.
Yeah. I think most people didn't go last year. Yeah,
No.
but
wait, 2020.
2019
Yeah,
was
so
the last time.
2020. The last time was 2019. So yeah. So only 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not going. Obviously, well, I
too
don't.
old.
I'm too old. I got no kids. Like, I don't have any like what do you call it? Nieces or nephews. Well, not in this country, but oh yeah, who's calling you, yo?
No, reminder.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say interrupting the podcast.
Reminder.
Scary, man. This is scary, yo. But yeah, okay, no, I'm not. Here's the thing, like I'm an adult now, so obviously I can't do it. I mean, not to say I can't do it, but like one thing is so you know how like Halloween candy, right? What I'll do is like after day after, I'll go to like Walmart or Shoppers or something, right? And I will just basically buy up the discounted candy. Exactly, discounted candy is where it's at, right? So that's man, that's the way to go. Discounted candy, it's just easier. I mean, obviously, free candy is the best at the end of the day.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of that effort. Like you need a kid and you need to go around door to door. Just go buy it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. That's why, and then I could choose and here's the key thing: I could buy the ones that I want because there's always candy that you do not want.
Oh yeah,
and it ends up there's always candy that you just you'll went back when you were a kid and you get this you get this trash candy and you're just like, I'm not eating this. I want the good
corn.
stuff.
White Rabbit.
Corn.
You know what I mean?
White Rabbit. You remember that, BY?
Oh, I love White Rabbit.
Oh man, I don't like White Rabbit either. Yeah.
White Rabbit was good, but I'm just saying that was like you get that all the time outside of Halloween, and then you get even more of it during Halloween.
What's that What's that little caramel one?
Yeah, the cube.
Yeah,
in the cube.
Yeah. Like,
I don't like that either.
That's the old man's candy, man.
Rockets were the
Rockets were terrible too. Yeah, I mean,
caramel corn. I mean, not caramel corn. Candy corn. Rockets. Yeah.
I remember one year I got a can of pop. RC Cola. RC Cola.
Someone gave you RC Cola.
Yeah.
Not even regular Coca-Cola.
Not even Coca-Cola. Not even Pepsi.
That's no frills there, man.
RC Cola, no frills?
I remember getting RC Cola from
it
real
is.
No Frills. I don't know if it's a no frills thing,
right,
but it's that's like dollar store stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh, geez. But yeah, man. I gotta say, it's nice to be able to just buy your own candy at a discounted price. So yeah, just go out the next day after Halloween and buy. I think a lot of
That's
people.
for anything too, right? Like when the season changes, you can go and get summer clothes for next year.
Yeah, I think people just do that now. Like they don't even like it's just a common thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Oh yeah, no, it sells out really fast.
Exactly. Yeah,
it sells out within the day.
Yeah, so that's
I remember seeing Halloween stuff in August at Costco.
Yeah. No, there's Christmas stuff at Costco right now. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I walked in and I was at Walmart and I was like, "Yo, well, Christmas already?"
Yeah,
like,
no, it makes sense,
bruh.
Does not make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah,
like I want to live in the present, not into like let's quickly live life and just get it over with.
Like do it at the beginning of November, but not like
or at least after.
Yeah, after Halloween's done.
Yeah. Think about it. These supply chain people are smarter than us in this.
Okay.
They know.
That's a good point.
Okay,
I got
it's annoying.
That's true.
So effing annoying.
But they know what they're doing.
Yeah, BY's right.
Prepare for Q4.
Yeah, BY's right. That's
from business perspective, 100%.
I said he's right when they say they're smarter than us. There's a reason why they have all this stuff.
Estate, right? You're working a season ahead, right?
Yeah.
Winter season, you're working towards spring season. You're always trying to be one season ahead.
That's true.
But let's talk about this season, Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about seasons ahead.
Yeah, that's right. But just actually a side note. So I was thinking about like I know you guys don't watch horror movies, right? You're not that big into it. But I watched a movie recently, and
man, you're always watching movies.
I know, but it's not really that scary of a movie. But it was probably one of the best concepts of a horror movie I've ever seen in my life.
The Ring.
Ever. No, not The Ring.
Keep going.
Squid Games.
It's not a very well, like it just came out recently, I think, but it's not a very big
North American
budget.
Or
yeah, it's not a big budget. It's not like a massive big budget movie. It's probably a smaller budget, maybe, or medium. I don't know, but the movie is called. I don't know how to search it up. Actually, I can't even remember what the movie's called. Okay. The movie is called The Deep House.
Okay, never heard of that.
The Deep House. So if anybody listening, we want to. It's not really that scary, but it's a very great concept of a movie. If you search it up, basically, just to summarize it, it's a house in the water, under the water, in deep in the water.
It sounds like Goosebumps.
And it's preserved, like it's actually like well preserved, and like.
Is this based on a true story? Do they actually have this, or this is Sorry, you said concept.
This is a movie.
Yeah, this is a movie. Yeah, and basically, these two divers couple, right? They dive into the water, they dive deep down, and they go into the house underwater.
Okay.
And like it's
And it's haunted?
and it's haunted, or there's some horror stuff going on, right? But that was such a great concept. Like it was well executed too. It was well executed in terms of the scenery, just watching it, you feel it. You feel like you're underwater with them. It was really well done. Again, not scary. I didn't find it scary at all, but like just I was like, wow, that's actually it was well executed.
I'm not feeling it.
I know you're not. Why not?
Underwater haunted house.
You would think, okay, it sounds silly, but when you actually watch it, it's like, oh, okay, this is actually not as bad as you would think.
It's like concept. What if we had a haunted house,
Underwater.
but it was underwater? It's like, what if we had a haunted house, but in space?
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Stupid.
It's
It's just some Mad Libs of things,
you
man.
hating. BYU, you're hating just because you come up with the concept and you didn't come up with it. You're just jealous, man.
No, that's a good one. They should do that. A haunted house in space. That's amazing. It might sound stupid, but if they can execute it might.
Because they like a bunch of like you got like your
Astronauts in
astronaut Apollo 13.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're going to the moon, and all of a sudden
There's a
haunted house on the moon.
that's a great concept there. That might make for a good movie, man. Now that I think about it. Oh geez, but yeah, no, I just honestly I thought it was great, and I don't know. You probably won't watch it, but like anybody listening, give it a shot. You might actually like it. Again, it's called The Deep House. It's it's actually a French movie too.
Okay.
So maybe that explains why it's so.
So, what are your favorite scary movies?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very hard question for me
So,
to answer.
and it could be like favorite scary movies, and then what is like the scariest movie? What's the movie that scared you the most?
Yeah.
I think growing up, when you think scary movie, I think you think The Ring. Like when we were growing up, I think the one of the scariest movie like people think about, like even today, right? You think The Ring.
No.
It's tricky.
What, you think it's a scary movie? What's that? That's your
Scary movie. Scary movie was a comedy. Wasn't it?
That's BY's scary movie because he thinks The Ring is not really. What's that?
I wasn't freaked out by The Ring as much.
No, but it's tricky because it goes by like its era, right? Because like
I think The Ring is pretty high up there. But when people think scary movie,
like
well, no, okay,
and it's
personally,
commercialized too. Most people know The Ring. People that don't really watch scary movies
would you
or
say-
movie in general think they know The Ring is like one of the scary movies.
you said personal or
no, personally, like what is
Personally,
your,
oh,
not,
yeah.
not what
Yeah,
people say.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
his
really watch
personal.
movies, and I don't watch scary movies in particular. It's probably I think The Ring.
But that was the one. Okay,
I think The Ring
okay.
is pretty scary.
Yeah,
The concept too, right? Like whatever that girl is with the hair coming out of the
the
well and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
coming out of the TV.
Yeah, and coming out of the TV.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Like the thing about like movies back then is
Saw was pretty good.
everything was new. Like it was
Gory,
all
though.
new. It was all new concepts, right? Like all new being introduced. So it was like
So that's why you need a haunted house
it-
underwater.
Yeah, it's such a new
concept.
I know it's so different. Like I felt like it was like something out of the box.
Yeah.
They're thinking out of the box, which is great. I appreciate that. It might not have been super scary or whatever, but like I appreciated the fact that they went outside the box. And again, like I said, the execution was really well done in terms of the camera, just all the little things that people don't really pay attention to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, in the era where we've seen so many different things, it's hard to like if you were to ask me this question years ago, I would have gave you different answers, right? Like every year I'd give you a different answer, assuming like 10 years ago and such, right? But like I don't know, if you want me to give you, I'll just name one random one for you. At the time when I watched it, it was amazing. It's called Rec, REC,
Okay.
and it's a Spanish movie.
Mm-hmm.
At the time when it came out, it's a zombie movie. It's a zombie movie, just to throw it out there for people. And it was they made an English version of it, and it's called Quarantine, I think.
Yes,
maybe like
yes,
a
yes.
year or two later or something like that. But the original version was incredibly amazing, and it came out at the right time where, you know, those handheld
Which kind of
footage
got popularized by Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. So it was literally early in that era.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice and fresh, and it was really good. And this is a zombie version of that, you know, type of movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it was. I remember when I watched it, it was really good. It was just like, again, well executed, great storyline, and it was a pretty decent scare, I guess. Not really scary for me personally, but I don't get scared that easily. You know, I'm not when it comes to movies, at least. Yeah, but again, like I said, I think most people, if you talk to most people, they'll probably just say, "What's the classic?"
Exorcist.
Exorcist, yeah.
No, that's
Black Dahlia.
I think don't ever say Black Dahlia ever again. That wasn't even a horror movie, yo. Yeah. Maybe it might have been a little bit.
No,
but
it's not.
No, it's not. It's a thriller.
You know Black Dahlia?
Yeah, it's a thriller.
Maratin.
Yeah,
I thought it was like an underground movie.
No,
like nobody knew about.
No, we
No, it was
watched
in theaters.
Yeah, Oh, you watched it?
No, I didn't watch it.
How do you know
Okay.
about it?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I've seen of it.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
pretty good,
we
man.
watched it. It was probably one of the worst
He
movies.
plus took me to this EDI movie, man.
But yeah, you know, like, so The Exorcist is definitely
That's probably the scariest movie for me. Or at
Yeah.
least that's the movie where I actually got like
legit.
freaked out.
But you probably watched it at a younger age, right?
The first time
Yeah,
I
Exorcism is more the classic one,
Yeah.
but
and
still,
then a newer version would be The Ring. Yeah, I agree with the
no,
Exorcist.
but
yeah,
even
it is
so,
scary.
because they used all practical effects
Yeah, practical.
and it's about mood, whereas The Ring just was like. So the thing about, so I watched also Ringu, which is the original,
Okay,
right, of The Ring,
yeah.
and they kind of sold it on the mood. Whereas like when they remake it in North America,
Yeah.
they lose some of the moodiness to it.
Yeah.
And so just that's why The Ring never really did it for me.
Yeah, they always it's weird. They like, I don't know what the term is. It's
They use a lot of cheap scares, a lot of times, and they use like techniques that are just, again, they don't get the whole mood,
right.
that kind of like, not just maybe not scares, but just like freaks you, like
The atmosphere,
creeps
I
you,
guess.
right?
Yeah, the atmosphere, maybe.
Yeah, but they really did that with Exorcist.
Yeah.
Just with the music and like, again, the practical effects, you know, this is real things. This is not CGI. So you can't see, like, you can't like look at it and say, oh, that's fake.
Yeah,
right?
you can't see the fakeness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's hard to see the fakeness.
And so that one, I watched that first time in university, first year university.
Okay. So
So
that
I was I was like 18.
Yeah. Okay.
And I could not sleep that night.
Yeah, that's a good time to watch, because that, I would think around that era, obviously there wasn't really as many good ones for sure.
Yeah.
It was still pretty.
Yeah, it would have been like,
Yeah.
you know, like 20 years old by then. And yeah, I could not
It's
sleep
still,
that
it's
night.
crazy how it still holds up.
It does hold up.
That's one of the, it's honestly, you know what's crazy? I've only watched part of it. I've never watched the full thing ever. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I've just never
Freaked out, man.
Yeah, I just never watched. It's not that I was scared. It's just, I don't know. Part of me is just like, I just don't know if I want. Like I don't know. I don't like exorcism type of things to begin with. I try and stay away from that horror genre, but yeah, I've actually never fully watched that movie. I saw the scary movie version of it, which
That was terrible.
the comedy version of it, where they just where the girl throws up on
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's, I mean, you know, for the young ones, you know, go watch it if you want to. It still holds up to this day. So
It does.
yeah, but maybe, you know what I'll do. You know, just for anybody listening, or if you're on YouTube or whatever, or if you want, I'll put it in the description. I'll put a list of good movies to watch. This is P Plus's
Scary movie recommendations.
Yeah, recommendations. I'll put it in the description of of this episode. So check it out if you want, and you could let me know what you think. And because I am a bit of an expert, not to brag, but but yeah, we'll do that for sure. But I think we're all in agreement here, right? Exorcist is probably up there. Again, modern ones, I don't want to get too much into it because it'll probably take way too long to go into it. But I don't know. But yeah, again, shout outs to the deep house. great concept. Great whoever made that movie. Great.
It's a straight to DVD kind of movie.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like some good ones that recently. I love the ones that are just like, I don't watch a whole lot of scary movies.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of like those like slasher ones or whatever, but like the ones that like just like creep you out just based on mood.
Yeah.
What about Saw?
No.
No.
Like I watched,
It's gory.
I only watched the first Saw, and I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't care for like the gore stuff.
Gory. It's a gory type.
Now,
You gonna say Hereditary?
yes,
I knew you were gonna
exactly.
bring up Hereditary.
Hereditary. Pure mood.
Yeah.
That one was very successful in like creeping me out. But even so, that was just like probably the biggest surprise in the movie that I've had in recent years. Just like the biggest surprise. I'm not going to spoil it. It's just,
don't spoil it. Yeah,
it's just that one, like my jaw literally dropped.
yeah.
So that movie like takes the cake for me for recent movies, scary movies.
Yeah, I there's some. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely the mood for sure that they made it really well. They made it really creepy. I think that's obviously the tone they were going for. Just not the jump scares and all that stuff. Just pure creepiness throughout the whole thing. So
yeah, no, I hate jump scares.
Yeah,
like other than the fact that it does make me jump, but it's cheap.
It's cheap,
right?
yeah,
Because it does nothing. It just like scares you for that 1 second, but it doesn't give you a feeling.
Yeah, you cheated, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No, I agree, man. I agree. I know. I don't like the cheap scares either. I mean, you throw it in there every now and then, but it's like it's not supposed to do. It's just whatever. Maybe it's just to keep people on their toes. I don't know. Maybe I think that's why they do it.
So okay. So when was the last time you were like freaked out within a movie?
I don't recall, but maybe a few years ago.
Okay, what was that? What movie was that?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Was it
I
House
don't know.
Under the Water?
It might have no. It might have been Hereditary, actually, maybe possibly, because that's the most. If I'm thinking about it, it might be. There's not too many movies that are that good. There is one. I'll have to search it up, but.
Hey.
But yeah,
so you figured out. Okay, so this one. This wasn't recent for me, but did you ever watch Signs? It's not a scary movie, but you ever watch Signs?
Was that by
M. Night
Shyamalan?
Your boy M. Night.
Jeez. I think so. I think I did watch it. Yeah.
So Signs is about it's about aliens and stuff, and the thing is, he created this kind of tone and mood and everything where like you have no idea what's going on, and he kind of keeps. It's not a scary movie or a horror movie, but it's like, I don't know what to call it, suspenseful movie. Right. So he keeps all the suspense away. Like you hardly ever see the aliens. But then there's that one moment where it's not, this movie is old. So, not the movie old, but it's an old movie. And there's this moment where you're watching the newscast, right?
Okay.
And you watch these kids playing in the newscast, and all of a sudden, like the camera kind of moves, and it just lingers there, and then all of a sudden, you just see an alien walk past this like small alleyway, and it just walks past.
Yeah.
Freakiest time.
Okay. Oh,
I don't know if anyone else is triggered by that. Who ever watched it, but yeah, that one triggered me.
Interesting.
And it was like, again, it wasn't a jump scare. He doesn't come out and shout at you. He just like quickly walks past. And like it's just through that you're seeing this through this alleyway. So like it's a very small area, but it just kind of at the corner of your eye, you see it, and it's like, what the hell? Yeah, no, that one freaked me out.
There is one. I think there's one recent. Maybe not that recent, but there's one that was kind of good in a freaky way. Was It Follows?
That was a good creepy movie.
Yes, It Follows is very
Great
well.
concept.
Exactly. That's
Better concept than Haunted House Under the
Water. But yeah, It Follows was that one comes to mind. More recent one, I guess, if you want to say that I remember watching it. I was like, oh, okay, that's actually is actually a little more creepier than I expected, for sure. It left that feeling of like, I feel creepy, or I don't feel creepy, but I feel like, oh yeah, like I don't want to, like I don't want someone following me like that, you know, like
yeah. I think the successful movies are the ones where it says like, what would I do if I was in that situation? And I think that It Follows, puts you in that situation of like, what if I was that character who, and I guess the premise is like, there's this like curse
right that
gets passed on, and it can only be passed on through sex.
Yeah.
And with the curse, this whatever demon or something is following you
Yeah.
to kill you.
Exactly. What would you do to get out of it or try?
And so you see the situation they get put into,
Yeah.
trying to pass it on to survive.
Yeah, dude.
And it's just like, what would I do? Oh man.
It's funny because that movie is just like, in order for you to pass it, you have to go and bang another person.
Yeah.
It's when you think about it, it's hilarious, but it's just like they turned that into like something really creepy, which is great. So, but yeah, no, that one. I mean, like I said, if I could do a whole list of this stuff, but that's definitely a shout out to them. That's a great movie. Yeah, man. Is there any other movies you want to give an honorable mention, Lee?
Let's see here.
Lee's not really into horror movies, by the way, just so everybody knows. But
I really
he's not even into movies in general. So
I really don't, man. Like I said, probably The Ring, Exorcist. I didn't really watch Exorcist. Maybe even how about The Grudge, guys? The Grudge.
No, Grudge was a bad remake.
Grudge was kind of trying to be on that level, but I mean, you can tell, right? These movies that I'm naming, they're like long time ago. Annabelle.
No, so I never watched any of those. What's this whole series? That's all part of the whole series of
Paranormal Activity, or
no, isn't off of Paranormal
Conjuring, or
the Conjuring stuff.
Yeah.
No, you brought up The Grudge. So in university, before The Grudge came out, my Japanese roommate showed me Ju-on.
Oh, the original version.
The original Grudge.
It was good. That was really good.
So that was, again, on the creepy side as well.
Yeah.
And one of the things is, like, you got this, like, little kid who's, like, kind of, like, crawling and, like, like, crackling, like, And so, for some reason...
That was good, actually.
So this was in our first year, and we just had a party, and everyone was kind of drunk. And this was after watching the Grudge, and so my Japanese
friend,
I don't know why I had to say Japanese. Again, this is a Japanese movie, so he's the one who discovered this for us.
Connection. Yeah.
So he was also very drunk, and then all of a sudden he just went into Grudge mode, and he just started like crawling across the hallway and doing that whole thing, like I was like, what the hell is going on?
Man.
So that's my remembrance of watching Ju-on.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know. That's creepy. That's a little... What's wrong with you? Especially if you're drunk. Well, I mean, it probably did turn out as creepy because he was drunk.
But it's just really funny.
Yeah. But, all right. Well, yeah, man. I think, there's definitely a lot of creepy movies out there for sure. But I will definitely put a list out for everybody. But yeah. Speaking of, I guess we could change it up a little bit, but we have a little conundrum today, actually, to bring up. Someone here has a little bit of of a conundrum, Lee?
I don't personally have a conundrum, but I thought about this thing where like relationships, right? When it comes to friendship and relationships, what would you do in a situation like this? And not necessarily happened to me, but I just feel like if you guys were in this situation, right, and you were invited to a wedding, or even let's just say even it's like an engagement or some kind of invitation that says save the state, and you receive it. But now, who is this person that's sending it to you? This is a person who sent this thing to you that was a friend of yours. Maybe currently, maybe just was a friend of yours. But this friend here is not really your friend anymore because how you know this person is through your current friend. So, for example, let's just say my friend is, LeBron, right? LeBron is my friend, and LeBron is my friend, and he used to go out with this girl, let's just say Savannah, and Savannah invited me to her save the date. But then the thing is, LeBron and Savannah are no longer together. So now the conundrum that I would have is, do I go to this wedding or do I not go to this wedding? So I guess the perspective is, do I maintain my relationship with LeBron and, you know, keep it clean and say, hey, I know LeBron from way back and I only know Savannah through LeBron. So now, do I actually go to the invite because I've been invited?
Man, that's a pretty good invite to go to Savannah's wedding day. Yeah, that must be balling.
Yeah, so I mean, if you were in this situation, if you were in this conundrum, would you? And you only know Savannah through LeBron, like, but for some way, you and Savannah somehow just, I don't know, like Savannah just reached out to you and just said, hey, save this date, and, you know, come to my wedding. But knowingly that Savannah and LeBron are not talking anymore.
Interesting.
I guess it depends on the relationship, right? So it depends on, like, do you actually talk to that person? If you don't go. Right? That's simple as that. If you don't actually talk to that person, if you're not part of,
don't you have relationships that you don't talk to them for, you know, 3 to 5 years, 10 years, or whatever it is, and then you suddenly rekindle and you guys can, you know, pick up where you just left off, right? I'm sure you have friends like that you haven't seen, or maybe if you bumped into someone and suddenly you see them, it's like, oh, hey, how's it going? You guys are like maybe putting on a facade for all we know, whatever, who cares? But you can kind of, like, you know, reminisce and just take, you know, like, not just reminisce, but like you guys can just really pick up from where you guys left off.
I guess so. So the reason why I can say that is because when I had my wedding,
did you invite people that you didn't?
Well, the
that
thing
had
is,
a breakup with or whatever, or I guess
I have to remember if I actually invited my ex to the wedding.
Or your ex's friend. So in this case, your ex's friend. Did you?
Yeah, no, of course not. I've never. I would not.
So yeah.
I mean, we had similar friend circles, but the friends that were not within my friend circle, no, because that's weird. And so even if Savannah invited you, if they weren't really in your friend circle, then, like, that's weird. But so I had an out because I had a limited guest list because of fire safety. So I only could invite, you know, I think it was like 170 people, period.
Oh, okay.
So my guest list I had to trim the fat. And so the fat was the people not within the friend circle. And so I had to make decisions. I had to make hard decisions. Okay, are these acquaintances? Are these friends? What is my relationship with them? And so, in a sense, like, would I talk to these person within the next 5-10 years? If not, then I had to cut them. Now, and then there's the other part of, like, if I don't even talk to them, then what is the historic friendship I had with them? And how meaningful is that? And
okay.
Do I want to celebrate with them?
That's fine. That's fine. What you're saying is fine.
So
but I'm
that's
saying Savannah reached out to you because Savannah felt like there was something that she wanted to just say, "Hey, come to my wedding." Whether it's to fill in seats or let's just say even because just hey, I want to invite you to my wedding. Come to my wedding.
Yeah. So
Would you-
using that
would you
same
go?
using that same criteria,
Mm-hmm.
if I haven't talked to them within the last 5-10 years or whatever, right? And if I don't foresee myself seeing like having any kind of friendly relationship with them in the next 5-10 years, anything could happen, right? But no.
The law of attraction, right? You're shutting down someone. They're inviting you. Why are you shutting them down? Like, hey man, that's not nice. I'm inviting you to a wedding. Why are you turning me down? What's the reason? What are you gonna tell me then? If you're not gonna go, is what you're saying. What are you gonna tell me? Are you now giving me a BS excuse that you can't come?
Exactly. That's
Because
exactly
next year,
what
it's
I'm
not
doing.
until let's just say save the date is June of next year. It's
Like,
ample time. How do you know what's gonna happen? Okay, tell me. Oh, you want me to
Thank you for the invite.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have a prearranged a prearranged event or whatever.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
They're not gonna ask about that. Why would they care?
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, is that's okay? So are you now saying that because you're not gonna talk to them in the next fight, or are you looking out for LeBron and saying you want to maintain that relationship with LeBron and out of respect to LeBron that you're not gonna go?
So the thing is,
because feeling accepted, feeling wanted to go, like, isn't that such another perspective to look at?
I appreciate being invited,
Yeah. So then why don't you?
but
come?
I've already been engaged into another event.
I'm sorry.
I'm already engaged into another event on that same day. That
Really? Okay. That's why it's called save the date.
Yeah. So I mean, the date was already saved. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but what is your real reason? Like, okay, like,
Well, okay. Well, the thing is,
No,
Yeah.
that's what you say, but what's your real reason?
yeah, what's your
after
real
the
reason?
breakup,
Yeah.
after that breakup, if I've never talked to them after that,
Right.
and if that person cut me out of their lives already,
Right.
why am I being invited to your wedding? It doesn't make any sense. Unless if I had any significant...
Why? It doesn't matter.
So-
It doesn't matter. But what is your? That's not
No,
the
but
real re-
the
like,
thing is, why am I gonna? Yeah,
But
why am I?
you-
Why am I part of your celebration?
whatever reason. We had a past, right? We used to chill together through LeBron, and I want to have you at my wedding. Like,
Why was I not invited?
I'm sorry.
Why am I not cool with LeBron? Why was I not invited?
Yeah. So okay. So you're saying because you don't see we haven't talked in the last 5-10 years. Why are you reaching out to me? Is there an ulterior motive? Right? You're just not gonna. Are you not just gonna take it at face value? You got invited. You're wanted at my wedding. So why don't you just come? Right? Why are you reading into it too much?
So are you gonna go?
I'm asking you. Are you gonna go?
No.
So you're not going because we have not talked in the past 5-10 years, and I don't see us for talking in the next 5-10 years. So I'm not gonna go for that reason.
Well, I mean, it's complicated. It's a little bit more complicated than that because the thing is, again, you mentioned the whole purpose of the relationship that we had was through another friend.
Correct.
So that person's not really in my friend group, other than through
Acquaintance.
they're just acquaintance. Like, yeah, I mean, I could go as an acquaintance, but if I'm already engaged into another event, then
So
I'm not gonna double book myself,
Oh yeah.
Well,
June 22nd. Tell me what you're doing. Oh, okay. Are you in the morning time or afternoon?
I got a birthday to go to,
Oh, okay. okay.
Yeah.
Oh, coincidentally, it's your son's birthday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I guess so. The tricky part here is
But-
so like if say I was the one that got invited, and obviously the girl invites me, and I know the guy,
Right.
and let's say
Let's just say it's me.
I'm
Let's
friend.
just say
Yeah,
it's me. Let's just say it's me.
okay. Let's say it's you.
So
and,
me and my ex, right?
yeah, and then
My ex reached out to you, Pete,
yeah.
to come to her wedding.
Yeah, so if that was the case, out of maybe this might be a little bit of old school mentality, but I go bros before H's. But I would basically more out of respect for the relationship, I would bring it up first. I'd be like, hey, yo, Lee, your ex invited me to the wedding. uh, should I, like I'd be like, what do you think? Should I go? Should I not go? Like I would actually leave the decision to Lee. I wouldn't even make the decision on my own. I would be like, yeah, like what do you think? Like should I go? Should I not go? Like I for me, like personally, I would feel more comfortable with the blessing, almost like, you know what I mean, like getting a stamp of approval. Yeah, you're good to go, right? Just because of the past relationship, just because they're not together anymore, and my relationship is with him first, not her, right? She's a byproduct of them being together. So that's how I would see it.
Okay.
So you'll leave it up to LeBron to tell you whether you can or cannot go.
Yeah, that's how that's how I would do it personally. I think like because like if I was to just go and then maybe tell him after, be like, yo, I went to your ex's wedding and it was fun, yada yada.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know. I don't know how LeBron would take it.
Right.
Because I maybe there's some animosity, maybe there's some
run it by LeBron.
You know
right?
what I mean?
So
yeah.
in this situation, was LeBron invited to Savannah's wedding?
No.
Then why is LeBron's friend being invited to the wedding?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's
so there's two.
That's the
there's two
weird
layers.
thing.
There's two layers to it, right? There's a lot of, I guess, politicking. There's a lot of like there's a lot of politicking involved. But like the thing is, one way to look at it is, being invited is like, oh, the person sees something in you, or and you feel like you're wanted. Oh, that's great, right? Like, oh, the acceptance and being wanted is one thing, but the thing is, at the same time, it's like, am I being used? Is Savannah using me as a pawn in this whole scheme where
mind games?
Sorry,
mind games.
Playing mind games with LeBron, right? And just creating some kind of whatever jealousy or whatever the case may be, some kind of ulterior motive, passive aggressive approach. So for that, the conundrum is, one feels like you want to give back in terms of the law of attraction being accepted, and then following through with it. But when you look at it more deeply inside and the relationship, like, so I agree with what you're saying, BY. Like, if you have not talked to that person in the past 5-10 years or what have you, then you know what I mean, out of respect, out of dignity to LeBron, then you would not go, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost clear cut. But the thing is now, it's such a conundrum that you don't get this all the time, and it's like, it sucks to be in the middle, I guess, right? Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, actually, so this actually kind of happened to me.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Actually, okay.
So one of my best friends, they broke up with their ex.
Okay, I think.
And then I went to and I got invited to their ex's wedding.
Okay, what happened?
But the thing is, I went.
You went?
But
did you ask?
I was already within, because I was also friends with the husband or the fiance too.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So they're already within the friend group.
Okay.
And I was speaking with them, even.
Oh, okay.
So like it's a different dynamic because they're already within the friend group. We went to the same church, so it's okay.
So this is where
this is also a church invite too, right? They invited everyone to the church, and whatever.
Yeah.
And I was already friends with.
It's funny because I that's exactly the same situation. I think we're talking the same thing.
Yeah,
we were both in the same situation.
Yeah, so it's just like I went because, again, this is I think again there was no cutoff in relationship post breakup.
Wait, where did you go to the bachelor party? Sorry, I'm thinking about this.
No, not the same guy.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Did I go to that bachelor party? No, I didn't go to that bachelor party.
Okay.
But yeah,
But anyways, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, there's friendships outside of the relationship between my friend.
Yeah, so that's where the conundrum is, right? Like it depends on how one approaches it in an adult manner, I guess, but even when you approach it that way, it's just awkward too at the same time, right? I'm sure you felt awkward, right?
No, because I was still already. It was years away from Again, my friend's a big boy. He can handle it.
Yeah, bygones be bygones, right? Like we all live and learn, and and not live and we live and learn, and not just learning, but we just kind of like move on, right? There was a past, acknowledge the past. It did happen, but we don't know what the ulterior motive is, right? We don't know what the intention is. The intention is, we don't know the intention. As long as of course, you want to give that person the benefit of the doubt, right?
No,
and
don't play their games. Don't play their games.
Don't play Savannah's games.
don't play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, if the relationship cut off at the moment that there was that breakup between your friend and their ex,
Right.
and you didn't speak with them, and if they dropped you,
Right.
why am I being picked up again?
Yeah.
For what? For yes, this is a time of celebration and stuff like that. But like, if it's for games and stuff like that, don't play their game.
Right.
Because I'm ready. I already booked my ticket to Cabo already, right? So I can't come.
I booked my tickets to. I'll just say I booked my tickets to KL.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm out of the country. I'm sorry, I can't come.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Be polite about it. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay, that's a good point. I mean, don't play the game is I guess is the way to kind of approach it and have that kind of mindset.
I mean, maybe they're not playing games, but like, it's still weird that they invited, the best friend of the ex, but not the ex, right? Kind of thing.
Ooh, well,
like, why? Who would have a more significant part of your, in celebrating where you are?
Right. Yeah.
Again, it's kind of awkward to invite the ex. I'm trying to remember if I invited my ex. I might have. I might not have.
I think.
Like, again, it doesn't like.
I don't think so.
We had no bad feelings. They didn't come because it's still kind of awkward. But I don't remember. But yeah, I wouldn't.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But yeah, like I think I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm viewing it from a more loyalty standpoint.
Yeah,
You
I
know
hear
what I
that.
mean? Like there's a certain level of loyalty that comes with the territory in these situations, and it's just like, all right, do I want to be loyal to my boy or to
LeBron?
To LeBron, right? And
He's
it's
the
just
king.
like, or do I want to, like I guess have the conversation first, right?
Yeah, you can have the conversation.
Yeah.
I would say, respectfully have the conversation
Yeah.
first, with your boy,
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, why would the boy say no?
I don't know. That's a good question. Sometimes it could be this situation, like in terms of like, what's the reasoning? Why is that person inviting?
Yeah.
Intention.
Yeah, or the intention, right? Like there might not be any real bad intention, but it's just like, I don't know. There might be some level of like
Passive aggressive.
Like you just think about it. It's just like why?
Some kind of passive
Why?
aggressive.
I don't know. Like it's just weird,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky, man. It's definitely a little tricky. But I agree with again what Lee said. You were agreeing with you, and I'm agreeing with you as well. Like I guess it depends on the relationship level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that plays a part in terms of okay, well. I guess if everybody's good, then go. I guess, right? Like there's nothing, no harm, no foul, right? But
I say.
it's just funny because I was thinking of like if I was to go to like like a wedding, and I knew like I'm friends with the ex, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And then the wife, comes up to me. I'm like, oh yeah, your ex is doing amazing. That somehow the conversation comes up about the ex, and then, it just derails the fact that it's their wedding.
Yeah.
You mentioned byproduct, and then you said, what did you say? BY, you said you only know Savannah through LeBron. What was the thing that you said? Something about not byproduct, but you said something. That's it, right? Like you only know Savannah through LeBron, so you should keep it that way. If LeBron is no longer with Savannah, then that's it, right?
Doesn't mean
then you're just an extension to LeBron.
I mean, it doesn't mean you can't be friends with Savannah. It's just like, are you actually friends with Savannah? That's the thing. Will you actually call him a friend? If you're not, then what's the relationship then? Like, why are you there? Right?
Right.
If if they were basically friends because they were LeBron's girlfriend,
Yeah.
then when they're not the girlfriend, then what are they in your life? If it's still LeBron's girlfriend and not friend,
Right.
then they're not a friend.
I guess they just I guess they become an acquaintance at that point,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So let's just say, for example, LeBron, Savannah's all her friends are really LeBron's friends, and then Savannah actually doesn't have any friends, and so Savannah felt like you are a friend in the past when they were when LeBron and Savannah were boyfriend and girlfriend. That felt like you were one of my friend. Like I felt like you were one of my friend, and that's why I'm reaching out to you.
If you never hung out with them, absent of the ex, are you a friend?
Okay, fair enough.
Have you had ever a conversation absent of the friend? Are you a friend?
I mean, you don't have to actually hang out. You can probably, like I said, right? You can
have a conversation.
You can have a conversation. You can kind of have just like, I don't know, maybe pick up where you left off when only when LeBron is present, right? It doesn't have to be.
No, but his
it
point
doesn't have to be the same as what it was before.
His point is, have you ever had a one-on-one?
Yeah.
With the ex,
Right.
Might be a conversation or something,
or
right?
hanging out or something. Yeah, because if I guess if that's the case, then there might be maybe a friendship there, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But outside of that, if it's always been with them as a couple, then it might be it might not be again, you're just an extension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I can see that. That makes a lot of sense, I guess. Yeah, man, like Conundrum, eh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought about it the other day, and I was like, if this was to happen, like, what would the general, like, what would be the right thing to do? What would be the easy thing to do? What would you do? What would everyone has their own kind of perspective, and what would be the right way to do it? What would be the right way to approach it, right? And it really depends on the situation, but really ultimately at the end of the day, if LeBron and Savannah are not together anymore, and I'm an extension of LeBron, then I should keep it that way.
Yeah. Sorry, I have a
prior commitments.
I have a flight to Cuba. I'm back in the country. So,
would it be funny if you're like, if you say, "Oh, I got a flight with LeBron, we're going to Cuba around that time." Do you think that would be a shot?
I think.
Would that be a shot if you were to say that?
Yeah. If you specifically mentioned.
Yo, that'd be hilarious if you just be like,
we just booked the flight to Las Vegas. We're going to Las Vegas. We just booked it just now when you sent me the invite.
So can you send me a copy of that? Can I see it? Can you send me a copy of your flight?
Yeah.
If that's the case, if you don't mind.
Just be like, me and LeBron,
okay?
we're going.
Send it to me. I'll wait for you.
You should be like, can I bring LeBron? Can I bring LeBron?
I'll wait for you.
Yeah. Do I have a +1?
Yeah, get a +1.
Do I have a +1?
That would be hilarious. Oh man. What do you think about bringing your ex? That's crazy. That's a crazy situation. If you were given a +1 and you bring that girl's, or even if it's the male side, the ex to the wedding, that's wild.
It's wild, but then it also becomes more about you than anything. It is a selfish move.
It is a selfish
hilarious move, but selfish.
Oh man, that's brutal. That is brutal for sure. I don't know. Just if I'm thinking about it, I don't think I would ever attend an ex's wedding, ever. Any of my exes. I don't think I can't do it. I can't stomach it. I'd be sick.
Well, it depends.
Now,
as a married man, it's just like whatever. Like I'm already married, so like.
Oh, you don't.
No
care?
bad blood, right?
Okay.
I still don't think it's a good idea, because then you got to be mindful of your wife, right?
Yeah.
I don't think.
It all depends on the relationship, right?
I still don't think so.
Because not like I know people that are friends with their exes.
Oh yeah. There's a situation.
That's not right.
No,
I don't believe that.
It doesn't matter.
Cannot do that.
You can still be friends with your ex. That's not a big deal. Just because you had a relationship doesn't mean.
Okay, but are you still single?
Huh?
Are you still single?
Well, I'm married, so.
No, I'm just saying. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, so let's just say if you're in whether it's your girlfriend or your wife, you should not be talking to your ex. No ifs or buts.
He's hardcore like that.
Why? Why do you need to talk to her? I know there is a past, but now I'm being mindful of my girlfriend. I'm being mindful of my wife. That's it.
I mean, I respect that personally. I get
that.
it. Yeah.
But there are certain situations where
Cannot.
it may not even matter.
There's no buts. What is there? What but is there? Why do you need to be in touch with her?
No,
Why?
what if you.
What? There's no one else that you can rely on or talk to or whatever that you need to do.
I mean, he's got a point there, man. I don't know.
Tell me, what is?
As
Give
much
me an
as I don't want
example.
to
Give me an
agree,
example.
This
I
is
gotta
not
agree.
high school, man.
This
This
I know
is
it's not
not
high school.
high school.
I know it's not high school,
But even adults, though, it's
you just
still,
can't do that, man. For example, why do you need this X to do it? Why can't it be someone else?
What if
why
that-
can't you reach out to me? Why
What if-
can't you reach out to P for whatever you need?
But what if that ex is already within your friend group and your
Oh.
future girlfriend or wife or whatever was already friends with that person?
Mm.
What if you started dating their best friend?
Oh, that's a good scenario.
Sorry, say that again. If you dated,
Their best friend.
Your ex's best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, then there's like turmoil between the
Nah,
friends, right? But
no,
whatever.
no, can't do
He's
that.
like
Can't
that.
do that.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
but like,
Can't do that.
What if
Can't
you
do that.
can't do that?
You start dating your
The
ex's
ex's
best
best
friend.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Why not?
Can't do that.
happens
Out
all
of
the time.
it just
It happens, but like
it's
I don't know how it
it's
plays out.
Potential for problems, man.
Oh, yeah,
potential
no,
for
agreed.
problems.
But I'm just saying, like,
Prevention is the best medicine, and I try to prevent that from happening. Come on. Prevention is the best medicine. I don't care within your circle of friends. I'm sure.
there's a lot of people out there that don't care about prevention. They just
Yeah.
do it
so
anyways.
what if you're friends with the person who's dating your ex?
It depends on how deep the relation. I mean, if you guys went out for like what 2-3 months, and then now you consider that's your ex, then who cares? 2-3 months, it's not a big deal. But when you're saying like you guys are into it for like a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you guys probably talked about engagement and getting married, and then now you guys are still within the circle of friends, I would probably want to cut it out. Because now if I'm in this relationship and the ex is still around, man, I feel like my girlfriend and my wife is gonna be like, I want her to feel ease. Like even though she's saying, yeah, it's okay, it's lip service that she's giving to you, but deep down inside, trust me, it's
so
not
that's a
good.
situation where your significant other was not friends with the person,
You're saying that they are friends with this
but
person.
they were already friends before.
correct.
When you were
But-
dating your ex,
Right.
they were friends. Regardless of what level of friends, they were acquaintances,
Right,
they were friends
right.
or best friends.
yeah.
So they were friends only when we got into a relationship.
No, they were friends already.
Before you guys, before
Yeah.
you and her got into a relationship and got married.
Yeah.
As an example.
That's a different scenario.
It's actually very it's
Because
not
that means
good.
that your friends,
yeah.
all your friends,
So I'm
are
only,
kind of already.
Yeah.
Because this is the kind of scenario where before you dated, you were friends,
Mm.
right? And then you dated, it
It
didn't
really-
work out.
yeah.
and
it
then-
depends on how long you and your ex went out for. It depends on if you guys are still friends after breaking up and the wife is okay, or are still friends. Like the best way is probably to cut ties. Is how I see it.
I think it's a little just more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Depends on the friend group.
Yeah, that's a very complex situation for sure. I don't even know what you guys just said.
Because then you're kind of Because then you're kind of tippy toeing. Because if
You
your
are
friends,
tippy-toeing.
because
You
your
are
friends are
tippy-toeing.
already friends with your ex already,
Okay, right.
right? This is not a scenario where they weren't friends.
Right.
Like they've had multiple. They were friends without me,
Okay.
like my ex and those people, and so our friend group already kind of intersected.
Right.
So for me to cut them out,
Oh, how
it's just
long-
kind of
okay.
awkward for everyone
if you,
else.
If you went out with them for let's just say less than a year.
no,
6
this
months.
this
a
would
year.
be
just
multiple
say-
years.
Sorry.
This would be multiple years.
Okay. It's not good, man. It's just not good. It's just not good. I feel awkward. Me personally, you personally, yes, you probably have your thing, but for me personally, it runs deeper than that. It's just not good. Just
Yeah, man.
not me. I'm not like that.
Blood's thicker than water.
Like you see, like it's. I don't know if I mentioned in this podcast, but like in the word, right? When you are with your wife, right, or your husband or whatever, like it's to become one, and you guys have to be like, if I'm not okay with it, then it's not okay. It should not be talking to each other. Like it's done. It's over. Like it's.
So
why are we still talking?
Let's say this is you're married and you divorce.
Okay.
Can you still be friends with your
ex-wife?
Your ex-wife, especially if they got custody?
No. I don't think you have a choice. You gotta,
you have to be.
You got to be friendly.
Yeah.
Well, that's different.
So
that's a good point, but the thing is,
that's a whole.
That's a good point, but it's still it's.
No, you're talking about high school things.
No, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because now if you're gonna remarry, if I'm gonna remarry now, that's actually a really complicated thing. It's just like that sucks because now my second wife will then feel like. Like I feel so awkward, right? I'm right in the middle because now there's custody and then now there's my wife, right? The second wife, right? Mm-hmm. It just gets so complicated and that's disgusting, man, to think about. I don't like that.
I know, but it happens because again, you still want custody of your child, right?
So then that's exactly it. If that's the case, if there's custody and there's like you guys are divorced and all that, that's actually that's really bad. That's really bad. You might as well just stay single then at that point, right? Just to avoid any kind of, what are you doing or why are you talking to her and all that kind of, you know what I mean? Noise.
Yeah, no, I think
again, life is a lot more complicated.
Yeah, it's stupidly complicated for sure.
That is complicated. Yeah.
But we're gonna move on from all this complicated matters, and I think
the summary is, don't date within your church.
Because
or don't, you're gonna have all the same friend groups.
Oh yeah, or don't date within your friend group.
Yeah,
but in general, it's shouldn't be talking to your ex. That's
okay.
That's in my opinion. Whether it's through church, like if you are congregating, you guys have like activities and curricular activities outside of that, like whatever. I don't know, but it's just. Once you are no longer in the relationship, you should not be talking to your ex. That's it.
Hard stop. All right.
Yeah, it's very.
It's hardcore. It's hardcore, man. I'll say that much.
Old school, man.
But all right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. But we're gonna do one final thing before we haven't had a haters corner in a minute. But we're gonna close it off with some haters corner. So oh yeah, I'll go this week.
All right, let's hear it.
So my haters corner is so how many so when you guys go to I guess public washrooms, right? And I guess this is more for guys, right? But for guys, there's urinals, right? Mm-hmm. And there's always these, I guess, urinals, and there's like. If it's like a larger one, there'll be multiple urinals, mm-hmm. and right, there'll be stalls, and there'll be maybe a divider in between each one. Mm-hmm. So, whenever I go, I guess I go and use it, and there's somebody that I know, like maybe it's a friend of mine or something, or maybe in the past, like coworkers, they'd come in as well, right? And we'd go into different stalls, right? And they would carry a conversation on while we're, doing the business. And I'm like, I'm just like, yo, don't talk to me when I'm trying to take a piss. Like, what are you doing? Like, I need to like focus on the task at hand. Don't talk to me. So my haters corner is just don't talk to me while I'm trying to take a piss. Let me do my thing. I don't know about you guys, but my goodness, I hate it when people just start having a conversation like it's a normal thing. It ain't a normal thing to talk in the urinals, in the stalls. Like, don't do that.
So wait, when you're with so it's not like you're overhearing someone else's like.
No, they're talking to me, like legit conversation.
So it's someone that you know.
Yeah,
like let's just say me and you.
Right. Yeah.
We go into the like we're going somewhere, pit stop somewhere, and we need to go use a wash.
Yeah. If you start talking to me, I might be very annoyed, yo. Like, yeah, I don't. It's like, nah. Well, why do?
Okay, so it's up to you to tell me to shut the f up.
I mean, it's
don't be hating if you're not gonna tell me.
No, but it's weird. It's
you're
weird.
Gonna tell me now.
You want me to tell you to be quiet?
It's also weird. It's also weird for me to not say anything to you while we're going.
No, but we know what the task at hand is. So why do we need
why
to?
can't we continue talking? When we're eating, we're talking. Are we not talking when we're eating sometimes?
Yeah, but that's different.
We're watching the game.
That's
talking.
different. But usually,
what's so different about
it's a more intimate thing when I'm when I'm doing my business. It's a more like personal
what if we're
thing.
having what if we're having a really good conversation?
We
and
pause, and then we
go
go back to it after.
But I'm hyped, man. I got my thought going. I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget my thought.
No, it's awkward, man. If you start talking about man, I'm talking to this girl that.
No. We're not talking about number twos. We're talking about just number ones.
But even so, just like sometimes you get constipated. I don't know, man. It's just weird.
I know. You agree, right? Like talking
No, that's
to
weird.
each other. Like it's just in that scenario is just our situation is just. Yeah.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, Pete, that means
Yeah.
you enjoy going number one. Right?
I mean,
you enjoy
what do you
going
mean?
number one. You wanna enjoy when you're going.
I don't want
number
to.
one.
I want to do it without. I want to do it in silence.
What's wrong with
in
talking?
silence?
What's wrong with? So do you listen to music when you're like? Let's say if you have your earpods on, or if you had a headphones on, you're listening to music. Do you pause your music? Are you saying that you want to go?
Yeah, I do.
Pee in
I do.
silent.
Well, okay, so because
What are you talking about?
Is that what you're trying to tell
Let
me?
me go first.
So-
Hold on.
going to the washroom, whether it be one or number two, is a very private thing.
Thank you.
You go to the washroom by yourself in your own home, right?
Yeah.
And so
Not
a
really.
public
I don't
washroom
see-
is
I
a
don't see
public
it as
area, but the thing is, it's still a private
Setting
action.
or action. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it's a private, function, right?
Okay.
So you want to keep that sanctity of the privacy.
Thank you.
Um,
It's my sanctuary. Don't go
it
into
is.
my sanctuary.
It's time to think. It's a time to just have alone time.
That's when
Sometimes,
you're-
especially when you have kids,
Oh,
it's your time to be alone.
100%.
Right? And just like get away from the noise of outside, and this is my sanctuary. And then
I
when
don't
you're
see
out,
anything
you're
wrong with
back
that.
into the world, right?
I got a thought that I wanna get to pee. I wanna tell this person whatever. So why can't I carry on the conversation?
No, wait.
It's not a big deal. It's
I'm
not
not
a
saying
big
you
deal.
can't. I'm just saying don't do it because it's just.
Then tell me. Tell me.
Respect his boundaries.
Yeah,
Respect
yeah.
my thought. Respect my train of thought.
Respect my thought.
No.
Respect my train of thought. I respect me for me wanting to share a conversation with you. If you don't like it, you can tell me that you don't like it. Right?
Yeah. You know how awkward that is to be like, yo, don't talk to me.
Then
I never had to say that to
it's
somebody.
awkward for me to stop a conversation.
No,
for you
but
to
I
go-
would rather I'm respectful by letting you just continue to talk. I might not respond, but I just
So then don't
I'll
hate.
let you say anything.
Then
you know?
don't hate.
No, I'm
don't
hating.
hate
That's
on
that is. I really don't hate.
Don't
That's
hate
just
on
the
it,
haters corner.
Because then you're hating on yourself for not being able to tell me.
No,
Right?
No, I'm
Of
not
course,
hating.
you're
No,
hating on
no,
yourself
no,
for
no,
not
no.
being able to have
Don't twist
the
this on me.
courage-
Don't twist this
The
on me.
courage to tell me to shut the F up while I'm doing my business.
Nah, people need to respect their boundaries, yo. Come
Well,
on.
You need to tell yourself to tell me.
You know what? Next
shut
time
that
we're in
up.
the washroom, I'm gonna have a full out conversation with you and see how you feel.
I'm all right with that.
Oh, you're okay
I would
with it?
love that.
That doesn't
Carry
work.
the conversation. Carry on with the conversation.
I'm gonna put my headphones on. Maybe that'll make it easier. just to show people I don't want to
So
talk.
in this case,
Yeah.
okay, what you can do, progressive way of thinking is
Yeah, put the
if you guys
headphones
are doing it, you can, and you don't want to tell me,
Mhm.
then say and say don't talk to me is just you don't have to say it like that. You can say, can you give me a moment? As simple as can you give me a moment? Or if
Can
you
you
want to
give
do
me
it
a
passively, if you want to do it passively aggressively, then you can go walk somewhere else. Do a
Oh,
merry-go-round,
you know what?
walk
You know
around,
what?
and then go
Actually-
to use the washroom.
You know what's a good way?
You know,
Actually,
tell them to go somewhere else, and then you go.
now that I'm thinking
But
about it,
you go first, and I'll wait for you.
yeah, now,
Something like
now
that.
that I think about it, there's a good way to do this. I guess the thing is, if I would go in first,
Yeah.
let the person go first, or like go wash my hands first, and
Yeah.
let the person go to a stall,
Yeah.
and then I'll go to use one of the what do you call it?
Stalls.
The
Yeah,
toilet
just
stalls.
The toilet.
Toilet stalls.
Yeah. I'll use the toilet one.
Yeah, if
instead.
you.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, I can still talk to you. I can still talk. You can hear
That
me.
would be even more
Sound-
awkward.
Sound can
Why
travel,
would
right?
you awkward? That
So
would be
the
very
best
awkward.
way probably would be just, hey, I need to take a call. You know,
No, man.
right? Hold
Just
on, give me a
be-
sec. You go ahead. I'm gonna take a call. But then, you know, what I
Be
mean? Like,
direct, man. Just be direct. If you have a relationship with
Exactly.
your
No,
friend,
that's
just have
not-
be direct.
that's
Or again, have a code word.
Just
Just
the-
your code
Well,
word.
cool.
That's exactly
It's
what
a
I'm trying
code
to tell
word.
P. Just
I
tell
don't know,
P.
bananas. I don't know, whatever.
What is it? What?
No, but the person would need to know it. They wouldn't if they don't know me and they don't. If it's just like someone like another friend that doesn't know the code word, it would be awkward.
Then
If I
before
just
you-
say bananas, they'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Then,
They would create more conversation and they would just make it worse. What am I doing?
This is what you do. Before you go to the washroom,
Yeah.
have a briefing. I just go, dude, Lee, I'm not the kind of guy who talks in the washroom, so
Yeah.
please leave me be before you go.
That's exactly it.
Oh man, I don't.
That's exactly it.
That's just even more awkward for you to do, man. Oh my goodness.
That's on
Well,
you.
if it's
That's on
awkward for
man.
you,
don't
then-
be hating.
Because you have no idea how many people actually like to have conversations.
So
It's
Yeah,
if
it's
weird.
not
awkward-
hating. It's
It's
on
weird,
you.
yo. No, it's
You're hating
weird.
on
It's
yourself,
weird,
man.
yo. It's a weird thing to
No,
do.
man.
It's so weird.
I see nothing's wrong with
So
that.
if you don't want to be direct, that's on you. That's your fault.
Thank you.
Okay,
Exactly.
sure. But
And then you have to live with the conversation.
I know, but
I converted QI. I converted QI.
No, I hate it. I hate it. But it's your fault if you don't say anything.
Yeah.
Have you ever said anything?
No one's had a conversation with me.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
now
I
we
guess
know, now
you
we
know,
know
you
we can-
you haven't been in that situation enough times. I think I've been in
I'm
it.
alright with that. I get
Too many
your. I can
situations,
get
yeah.
it. I should just preface by saying that I get what you're trying to say.
Mm.
It's it's unfortunate, but
It's unfortunate.
I'm not hating on it. Like I think it's quite normal. I do see how it can happen more often than not.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I can go further into it, but nah. I think I
Now
think
Yeah. Now I know. Don't go to washroom with Lee. You guys start a
yeah,
conversation.
exactly. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. Yeah, as always, like the videos, subscribe,
Turn on that bell notification.
comment. Listen, do all that good stuff.
Share our podcast with your friends.
Yeah, tell a friend. Tell a friend.
Tell your exes.
Tell your
Tell your
exes.
exes' friends.
Tell your exes and your exes' friends, and invite us to the wedding. Maybe we'll show up. Oh man! All right, people. We'll see everybody next week. See y'all.
Later.